Hello and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations in the box below or on my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com and you have concluded you're a power year number 9, then hey, you're at the right place, nines. Now, nines, you only have to calculate your power year number once for the year 2020. Your monthly number changes, and that is where I come in. You are in the month of 2 for November 2020. So let's take this first deck of cards we're going to use for business, and let's review what those numbers mean. Now, power year number 9 is technically about endings. You're at the end of your cycle of numbers, and endings can be very, very good things. It can mean that you're going to retire. It can mean that you're at the end of a thought process or a belief system. The number 2 is about being a peacemaker, bridging gaps, making people get along, surprises that come in your life, and also relationships. So let's take a look. Let's start, nines, with those of you who are working. And I do want to remind you, nines, that anything that's said in this reading is about you. And if the romance area or relationship reading fits your work area better, the cards and the words are for you. That said, now I find that some of you nines who are employed, you're worried about a loss of something. It could be a loss of control. It could be a loss of running a particular thing. Maybe somebody new was hired. Because what I've got about the past is that you're kind of used to working on your own and kind of calling your own shots. Now, whatever this back step, this step that you feel like you're taking backwards, or this change that comes into being that you're not quite sure how it's going to go, I have the card that ultimately you're feeling good about yourself. You're feeling good about yourself. So if you make a decision along the way, or you manage to pull off this 2 of peacemaking and getting along and bridging a gap of some kind, you're going to feel very, very good about yourself, nines. So it might be the ending of one phase and moving into another, but the nice thing is that you're feeling good about yourself. Now let's take a look at those of you who are looking for work. And, this can overflow in all kinds of ways, and I'll explain that. So, I feel like what we're talking about here, nines, when it comes to your month of November, is this lack of confidence. Now, generally, I'm talking to those of you who are looking for work, but it may overlap into those of you who have a job and are extending yourself out there to look for something else. Somebody else comes to you and approaches you. It can be all kinds of scenarios, but again, I'm going to go back and focus on those of you nines who are looking for work. Now, I feel like there's this lack of confidence, and nines, there mustn't be. There mustn't be, because the position is there for you. It's there. And also, if there's a situation going on, we have a pandemic going on, you may have somebody reaching out to you saying, let's do this. It's an abridged version, but let's do this. And you're saying, I don't want to, or I'm not sure if I can, or I'm not sure if it's going to work out. But it indeed does, nines. Because You have a wonderful card, the Two of Pentacles, which means you're a wonderful worker and you're viewed as that. And coming into being is a very good luck card. It's the Wheel of Fortune card. It's a major arcana. It means that things move quickly for you and that random events fall into your lap that suddenly, like the throne. You might be the seventh in line to be king, and all of a sudden, boom, you're king. So you've got a bevy of events that will fall into place for you that will change perhaps this status of lack of job or the job that you want into something much better for you. And it's a card that talks about that's what's meant to be. And it's hard to take a bite out of that if you're not a very metaphysical person, you're not really tuned into everything works out for a reason. This is a reading that says everything works out for a reason. So to hang in there, nines, with some curveballs that might be thrown, particularly if you're looking for work or if a new job just appears on the horizon, and allow your ancestors and guides to take you to where you're meant to be. Now, this is very interesting. So let's see if this follows through in your relationship. Let's take a look at our nines who are in a relationship, and let's see what happens here. Oh, okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, again, we have this lack of confidence card. Okay. Ooh. So for some of you nines, oh wow. Wow. Nines, I don't know where this is coming from, and I'm not sure what it means. We are asking about those of you in a relationship, but there seems to be this card that's really pushing a new relationship of some kind. So think about the relationships in your life. It might be work, it might be that you're in a love relationship, but you're trying to propose that you move, or that you do something different in your lives. And you lack the confidence in this area because you're getting such mixed signals from someone. You're not really sure where they're coming from. You're not really sure if they're on board with you about this new idea or new venture, or they're not. Now, you're in this month of two. It's your job in this month of November to plead your case, to think rationally about what you want and what you're asking for or what you're implying, and to discuss the pros and cons from where you are, because you're not stating your case. You're not stating your case to your loved one about this new area or life that you're looking to have, or a new relationship with someone. Maybe you are trying to plead the case for your mother because she can't get along, or a relationship with anything for that matter. Let's take a look, nines, at those of you nines who are looking for a relationship, and let's see what we've got going on there for that. Okay, so far I feel like we're talking about settling, nines. We're talking about settling. Now again, all words are for you, nines. This may relate to anything in your life. You don't have to back yourself into a corner that this isn't for you, because I'm trying to be specific with it's about nines looking for love. Okay? That said, I'm going to go back to nines looking for love. And what I feel like I have here is nines, you're chickening out and you're staying with the status quo. You're thinking that, well, this is better than nothing. Maybe I should just stick with this. And that is not the case, because nines, it says here in the reading that even this is going to potentially go wrong. You're not being honest with yourself. You're not being honest with who you're looking at, who you're talking to, who you might be getting back together with, because God knows the holidays are coming and you don't want to be alone again. And in this month of 2 nines, 2 is a number about make it or break it. You might be trying to hold on to something, but you know you're being dishonest, or it becomes apparent you're being dishonest with them and with yourself, or maybe they with you. And you decide that this isn't going to work. This just isn't going to work. Or you're doing a ton of blind dates on these sites, or talking to whoever, and you don't know, you're not sure who, and you decide in November, this isn't going to work. It isn't going to work. I have to come up with a different plan, a whole new agenda to meeting the right person and making it work out. Nines, let's take a look at any question you have, nines. So think about any question you have. Try not to make it a yes or no. Those are very hard questions for readers to answer, because anything can change. Your free will can change, and anybody you're dealing with. They make a decision one day that I don't want to go into work. It can change everything and kind of postpone it. So think of any question that you want. You can ask again about job, you can ask about love, but understand that I'm not going to ever probably going to give a yes or no. It's going to lean one way or the other. Okay, here we go. What's the best outcome for what our nines have asked? Okie dokie. Nice. Okay. All right, nines, hang in there. I'm just checking things out. Nines, there's some kind of good news or changes coming your way. You have some kind of, it can be a relocation, it can be, and that can be within job. I mean, that can be within offices. It can be within home. There's movement. Let me say there's movement. That can be within the job. It can be promotion or a change of some kind. And it's a good thing. It's good news coming your way. And then I have you posing a question. You're posing a question to someone about, well, how about now? Or how about I do this? Or how about I take on this? And you're posing that question to someone who can make or break this idea. So keep in mind you're in the year of endings, and that can be in a belief system or in a physical capacity. You want someone else on board. So you could be trying to smooth things over with someone from work. You could be trying to smooth things over with a friend or a group or an organization. You could be trying to smooth things over with a doctor because you've heard of a new plan that's out there. Your financial director because you've heard of a new, you've had a dream. You had a dream that AT&T was going to go berserk. And you're talking to your financial person or a romantic interest. And you're trying to present, that's my dog who must want to go out. You're trying to present what your idea is and trying to get it to fly. Now the next card I have is the Ace of Pentacles card, which is a card that says you're creating something from the ground up. You're creating a new you. You're creating something new. So it looks as though that whatever you present and this could be to a boss, is going to come to fruition for many of you. So go ahead and take that idea or that thought or that opportunity and go with it. But state what you need, what you want, what you desire. Try to be as clear as you can in your communications about what you think is realistic, what isn't realistic for you to handle, and go with it. Nice reading, Nines. Thanks so much for listening. If you'd like to know more about me or have a private reading, please jump onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Thanks so much, Nines. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.